Welcome back, dear friends. What's he doing? Well, what he's doing is he's been adjusting all the bits for the next 10 kits to take into account the changes that have made it one of my favourite all-time overcomplicated steampunk machines. Well, so that's another package of the fixtures and fixings, because obviously the original one had the small bearing that I've replaced and some other screws and bits, and it has been so complicated trying to work out how to actually, well, what's actually required for the new version. And here it is, after hours of trying to figure it out. Should be so simple, but look. Remove one small bearing, one M3 by 12mm catsink screw, one M3 by 8mm cheesehead screw, and replace with those two things. But no, dear friends, oh no! Why make something simple when you can even overcomplicate that? Ridiculous! But I finally got it done. I've laid all the kits out, made sure they're all together. There, blah 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 blah. Even a nice piece of chain and a small brass weight. So, just getting that done, because I'm finally getting these kits together, as I said. Now, the way I did it in the end, I decided to do an instruction addendum with some photos and some brief explanations to the changes, because I really didn't want to get into re-editing the months that it took to make those 8 instruction videos, so I want to leave them alone. And thankfully the changes, the new design developments, only relate to this bit. I love this clock so much now, as I say. I am so thrilled that it works perfectly now. It is a joy to come, every time I glanced at it, the AM/PM is absolutely perfect, as is the time. It is a joy. Finally, I am completely satisfied with it. In fact, what I might do is undress it and caress it and explain to you what the actual changes were that made me so happy. And here it is, with its particles on view. Let's get the tripod. Now we can see what happens, speeding up time, that didn't happen before. Are you watching everything? Look at that. It is a thing of beauty, even though I say so myself. I am so pleased. So you lift it up like that. Every time it works perfectly. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit just to show you what's actually happening. In fact, if I bring that closer, it's this one, this second lever that's hanging down there. If you watch what happens, well, actually, there we are. I'm going to lift this up again. The ratchet slots in. This then falls down, and I'll slow it down. It lets the ratchet turn, but then it comes to rest on the next bit of the ratchet and stops it turning. Every time. Perfect. And of course the other thing that's perfect about this, the developments, are that the outhand goes straight back over. There's no pausing. Reaches that point straight back over because of the wedge shape here. I'm so thrilled with it. Now, having spent 5 years working on this, I'm very reluctant to stop. So I've invited the family over. There's the first one. It doesn't even have an hour for 12, but there you go. There's the second one with an overly complicated thing at the back and counterweight. Again, failure. Here's the next one. Getting there. Still with the AM/PM flipping over. And then, oh, let me. Oh, it's so lovely. Now what I'm going to do is to get these 3 working, because there is no reason, the shape of the body and stuff, this is why it's taken so long and been so frustrating. The actual shape of the body, the design of everything else, the vast majority of stuff hasn't changed at all. So I think, by giving them a nice little lick of coat, cleaning them up a little bit, and getting a new one of these cam follower arms in, I think I can get all three working, which is very nice, because then if people want to buy a ready-made one, they can. I will now stop talking and get on with it. This is so enjoyable, putting together these three ready-assembled reciprocating chronometers. That's the third one. Having taken the old three apart, the three prototypes, remachining bits, recutting bits, getting them all together, repainting everything. What a joy! A little bit of OCD arranging everything just so, but it's so exciting. And then finally assembling the lovely mechanism. It is just an absolute joy.